Ashley. So I want to do a follow-up video on Be Obsessed or Be Average. Now, this book is pretty awesome. I mean, I think, you know, every time I go back and read it, so basically, here's before it came out, like the actual hard copy book, Grant put together like a live video of him reading the book, okay? It's awesome. So I watched that and it was really, really good. Usually I like to do audiobooks because I can, like hop on a treadmill or drive somewhere or go for a walk and listen. But the book, I don't know, there's just so many great things to say about it. I think, I don't know, just the whole thing is really good. I mean, I think what it sort of reminds me of is it reminds me of sort of getting back those like childhood obsessions. When you would just want to do something like play Guitar Hero until you beat the level, or I don't know, learn how to shuffle a deck of cards, or play 21 or whatever, and you would just play all night, or play Mario Brothers all night long, and you would just play, and you would just be obsessed, and you would just use that energy. And so one of the biggest ideas of the book is that we still have those types of obsessions happening, but sometimes we're maybe not conscious of the obsessions. And so the key is to sort of realize that you have the ability to be obsessed about something. And the real challenging part is channeling the energy of obsession to the things that you really want to be obsessed with, and focus that energy on whatever that goal is or a particular outcome. And I think the idea of that is really interesting. I mean, because he sort of uses a lot of comparisons like drinking or using drugs and all that stuff, and doing it in this sort of like obsessive way. And the other thing that he really stresses in the book is it's not just about like a single obsession. It's about obsessions like being obsessed with your relationships, being obsessed with getting your money right, being obsessed with being a good, like a community leader, or being a good neighbor, and sort of like extending, like, sort of like taking the big picture and sort of being like, it's everything, obsession is. And I mean, I really, really enjoyed the book. I mean, I think there are just so many parts where it sort of just like, for me, challenges me to, I don't know, take more chances in life. And I think, I don't know, it's really important to sort of like think about that. I mean, like, when you're a kid and you're like, oh man, I really want to learn how to do that front handspring. You take the chance and you do it again and again and again and again, and eventually you get it. And that's what it's about, right? It's about getting up and trying again, getting up and trying again, getting up and trying again, That's the mindset. I mean, I think that, I don't know, anything like that, like all of a sudden you just know how to do it. I don't know, it's just something like, I don't know, it's like something magical. It's like all the pieces become connected and boom, you can do it. So that kind of leads me to, how is this connected to real estate? How is this connected to, starting your real estate business? Well, the thing is you have to really put yourself in the way of opportunity. I mean, I think, if you're watching this video, then you've probably heard that a bazillion times, but you have to put yourself like in the zip code, if you will, which means you have to be out there doing the activities that might allow you to convert a lead, or to get an appointment, or to, I mean, ultimately it's to like either list the person's home, like help them out, get it sold, or get a buyer to go with you and look at a bunch of different houses and find the right one for them, And you just have to try and try again. And I think sometimes when you become an adult, I don't know, maybe you sort of think it's not like that anymore, or maybe you weren't challenged enough as a kid. I don't really know. Like, it's complicated. I mean, I think that's a deeper conversation. But the point is that the book Be Obsessed or Be Average is just really about going back and saying, okay, can I take that energy that I used to have and channel it into all parts of my life. You know, can I be obsessed about my health, my relationships, my business, you know, getting my money right, all the like awesome things that you want to do in life, you know? And I think, I don't know, it was a great book. I love it. I think when I go back and I listen to it, I take something new from it every single time. You know, sometimes I get stuck somewhere, I go listen to it, and I'm all like, oh, duh. You know, it's like, you know, what it is, you know, not to go back to a different book here, but the 10X rule. I'll have to review that book, but, you know, I have to remind myself of the habits of successful people. I need to go back to that when I'm like, oh, I can't decide what to do. Oh, you know what? You don't need to figure it all out first. You know, the whole thing is about action. Action, action, action. You know, decide where you're trying to go and get there. And, you know, the other thing is you really want to get there as quickly as possible so that you can decide if you're going in the right, so you can figure out if you're going in the wrong direction. First of all, I mean, you know, if you take a lot of time trying to get there, well, you might have been barking up the wrong tree the whole time. So, you know, I don't know if that's motivating. I think it's motivating for me when I can remember it. But yeah, it's a great book. Definitely a must read. Like with all of Grant's books, the audio is amazing. I mean, I think the book is good. Like, obviously, it's great to have the actual hardback, but, you know, I think he's so dynamic. I love it when he reads his books. So, you know, definitely get the audio if you pick up the book. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, follow me on Facebook, and go check out my website, ashleybolden.com, and I will see you again soon, YouTube.